Emergency or priority traffic stations waiting to check into the Boredom BreakerNet, please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Here is Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar, ABAMO short time at the lunch table.
Dustin, KC8FQE North, Mark.
This is Kilo Delta 4 Yankee Victor Victor, KD4YVV, Jeff in Virginia, in and out.
November 5, Golf Lima Oscar. November 5, Golf Lima Oscar. N5, GLO, Bill, Oakhurst, Texas.
All right, let me make sure I've got it here and tell you who we picked up. All right, I have QC8FQE Northern Mark. I have AB8MO Short Time Andy at the lunch table. We'll be right to you. I have KD4YVV Jeff was in and out, and I have N5GLO Bill over in Texas. Let's take these few, and I'll take some more in a minute. Let's start with AB8MO in the land of snow and maple syrup. How are you there, Andy? Take it away.
All right, Dustin, KD8APC from AB8MO. Doing okay. I don't know if the sun is still out. It was out this morning, so that was a welcome surprise to have to wear the sunglasses on the way to work, because I drive east into the sunshine on the way to work. So good to hear you, Dustin. Having a Burger King breakfast sandwich, because I forgot to pack my sandwich this morning. I was sitting in the driveway, had the car warmed up, and realized I didn't pack my lunch. So I had time to go and pack it, but I didn't feel like it. So I was a little early for work. I just picked up something along the way, so that's what I'm eating. So buckets are up in Burton, so we're running our sap, and the weather's looking good. Getting cold at night, getting warm in the day. That's what we want for that nice, sweet maple syrup sap. So, Dustin, got to get you up here sometime before we both keel over dead. Get some pancakes and syrup. It's a big tradition here in March at a lot of locales up in central Geauga County. So, I'd love to have you come up sometime, but you'd have to drive up here to get it. I can't bring it down to Medina. Although I guess you did mention that place in Lafayette, so I guess we could just do that instead. Back to you there, Dustin. Everybody have a great day. From Middlefield, Ohio, this is AB8MO. I'm going to go back to eating.
All right there, Andy. We'll enjoy your sandwich. And, yeah, we have a couple of those pancake breakfast up at this time of year in March and stuff. So we'll have to get together for sure and try to see if we can't eat a bunch of pancakes there. So 73, have a great rest of your day at work, and we'll catch you down the log. Well, let's go over to Northern Mark now. QC8FQV, how you doing?
W8WKY.
Well, KC8FQV, I'm doing good. I just went and checked. 42 degrees out. Yeah, the sun was up early this morning, and it went away. First, they're talking about there could be some of that liquid stuff. Well, I guess that might wash the rest of the snow away. Really, we don't need it right now because the ground is sort of, wet and everything. But everything else is going good. Yeah, I just got a call from the doctor. He told me, well, you got to go to the next step. So we'll look at my mail and my chart and go to the next procedure. And other than that, not much else are happening, really. I got to go do some taxes. I got to go look some bills up and that. Because some of that stuff all has to go in for the taxes. So I'll be doing that. So I'll send it back to net, KSFQV.
All right there, Mark. Well, good luck with your taxes and bills and things, and we'll say 73 and catch you on down the log. And we're going to jump on down to Texas now and talk to Bill. N5GLO. Afternoon, Bill, you out on the front porch?
N5GLO to net, roger that, on the front porch. And luckily no vehicles going by at the moment. Having a pretty day. We're already well into the 70s right now, and having a nice, sunny, beautiful day. So just enjoying myself, enjoying life, and sit back, relax, and listen to the net. N5GLO.
All right there, Bill. Well, enjoy the sunshine and enjoy your day, and it's always a pleasure to hear you, my friend. So we're going to say 73 to you for now, and that brings me to the bottom of the list already. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo 4 Oscar Golf Mobile.
Kilo India 4 Delta Charlie Romeo, KI4 DCR Mobile, Cary, North Carolina. Just check me in and out. I'm driving into some traffic.
Kilo Charlie 5 Romeo Bravo Golf, KC5 RBG, Shannon and Tulsa.
Net control, please check in. Kilo Golf 5 Romeo Quebec Lima, KG5 RQL, Jeremy in Arkansas Mobile,
Alabama.
All right, let me hold it up right there for just a minute and tell you who I picked up. I know I missed one right at the end I'm going to have to come back for, but I picked up K4OG, Mark in the mobile, middle Mark. I have KI4DCR. Charles was in and out there. Good to hear you, and good to see you on Facebook all the time there. And KC5 Real Big Guns, my good friend Shannon. I have KG5 RQL Jeremy, and that very last station that doubled with Jeremy, you want to come back with your call? All right, nothing heard. We'll take another round of check-ins here in a minute. Let's start with Mark in the middle in the mobile there. K4OG, I got to send you a text later. I do have an update for you. Go ahead.
KD8EPC, K4OG, and the group. Yeah, thanks, Dustin. Good timing. I just backed up in the parking lot at work. Had to run to the AP and put my military blue sky tripod in the apartment. It is one heck of a tripod, I gotta tell you. Yeah, that was really cool, you going to visit Ed on his birthday in the hospital. Yeah, I was thinking if they move him over to green rehab, I gotta get Willard another battery. That's all there is to it. K4OG back to net and the group.
All right there. Well, good to hear you, Mark. And they moved him to Akron there, so I'll send you the details on that later on this afternoon. And wouldn't leave my buddy there and not let anybody go see him on his birthday. Although I got there and he was sitting in the dark like the weird guy he is. So there you go. 73 for now, Mark. We'll catch you later on. And have a good day there at the Big W. Don't have too much fun. Let's go on down here to another good friend of mine, KC5 Real Big Guns. Shannon, how you doing?
Hello there, Dustin and Net, KC5 RBG. Well, I'll tell you, it's been a long day so far. I think I finally fell asleep about 2:30 this morning. Had to get up at 6:55 to get ready to get myself over to the eye doctor. Made it over there and got a shot in my eye. And he's written a couple of books, and he gifted me each one of the books. So I'm definitely going to have to read those now. ought to be pretty darn interesting and fun. It's about Christianity. And, yeah, I think he's kind of made it interesting through personal accounts and stuff. So now I'm laying down, eyes closed, and just sticking my hand in the animal cookie container, munching on some animal cookies, animal crackers. And before I take a much-needed nap. Anyway, good to hear you on there, Dustin. And definitely have to catch up later for sure. This is Kilo Charlie 5, real big guns. God bless, in 73. Back to net control.
Oh, right there, Shannon. Well, great to hear you. And I've got to tell you, getting shot in the eye just sounds absolutely miserable. So good on you for being able to do that there. And make sure you get yourself some rest. And you know I'm always in to catch up there. So 73, and we'll catch you on down the log. And that's going to bring me on over to Jeremy, KG5RQL. Good afternoon.
This is KG5RQL. This is Jeremy in Arkansas Mobile. I just went and picked me up something to eat and just wanted to get checked in here. I heard the net was on and decided to check in. But anyway, just wanted to say hello to everybody. This is KG5RQL.
All right there, Jeremy. Well, we'll say hello to you at 73 and have a great afternoon. And Jeremy was at the bottom of the list as it stands. This is KD80PC with the Boredom Breaker Net, and I'm looking for more check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Romeo 4, Bravo Charlie Papa, KR4, BCP, Brian, Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Kilo Sierra Bravo Mike, Sean in Greensboro, North Carolina.
This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, Greg in Broken Arrow.
Please copy Kilo Echo 8, Uniform India Bravo, KE8 UIB, John in Ohio.
All right, what a nice list of check-ins. I picked up KR4 BCP, Brian. There was another one. I missed part of your call. You blanked out there. Sierra Bravo Mike, I'm going to have to come back for you. I have AI5HV Greg and VVE Miss Judy, and then I have KUIB John at the Big W. I'll be right back to you. Let me go back up here and catch that station that I missed. Sierra Bravo Mike, would you come back with your call for me, please?
W8WKY.
Kilo 2, Sierra Bravo Mike, Sean in Greensboro, North Carolina.
All right, thanks so much there, Sean. Appreciate you, and we'll be right back to you. Let me start with John real quick. KUIB, you're at the Big W, so go ahead.
KD8EPC from KD8UIB. Good afternoon, Dustin, everybody out there on the net. And yes, sir, I'm busy working away here in good old Hartville, Ohio, and I'm just setting up a job on the press and getting ready to start printing. So listening to net and enjoying the Wednesday. I'm halfway through the week, so it's always a great thing. And sorry I missed you guys last week. Me and the owner's son here took a half a day, and my brakes went out on my truck, so we took them over to his house and fixed it up. And so I wasn't able to make it last week. I'm just happy to be here this week. With that, you guys, this is K8UIB. I'm going to go ahead and hand this back over to Net Control. 7-3, y'all. Thanks for running the net, Dustin.
All right there, John. Well, I'm glad you guys were able to get that sorted out. That kind of stuff definitely comes before coming and checking into the net there. So We're going to say 73. Glad you got it, and good to hear you out there, my friend. We'll catch you on down the log. Let's jump back on up here to the top and talk to Brian, KR4 BCP. Good afternoon. How you doing? Try one more time there. KR4 BCP. Brian, you out there?
KR4 BCP, Brian. Sorry about that. First check in on Echolink. Very new ham. Just got out for a lunch break to enjoy some of the sunshine. Hope everyone has a great day. 73s.
All right there, Brian. Well, we'll say 73. Welcome. We're glad to have you there, and always a pleasure. Come back when you can. We're here every day at noon Central Time. So we'll say 73 to you for now. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy your lunch. And that's going to bring me down to Sean now, K2BSBM. How you doing, Sean?
Here in Greensboro, 70 degrees today. Got outside. I think I lost you there for a second. I'm having a good day overall in Greensboro. Got outside, 70 degrees, and back inside now assembling a piece of furniture, a rolling kitchen island cabinet that's got 1 million screws. So trying to get through that. Hope everyone has a great day.
All right, very good there, Sean. And man, 70 degrees. Send some of that my way. It's like in the mid-40s here, but it feels like a heat wave because it's been so cold. So we'll say 73. Have a great afternoon, and come and join us when you can. We're here every day at noon Central Time. So we're going to say 73, and that's going to bring me on over here to Greg, AI5HV. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dustin, and everyone else on the Boredom Breaker Net. This is Greg, Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor in Broken Arrow. We're doing pretty good today. The jury duty only lasted a day, so that was really good. So I'm able to take care of the other insurance-related things and physical therapy-related things. So hoping to get that all squared away, but doing pretty good here. And Dustin, I probably shouldn't tell you, it's 70 degrees here at my house in Broken Arrow.
Oh, man, Greg, you're making me jealous. I wish it was 70 here. Like I said, it's 40 degrees here and raining a little bit, but I'll tell you what, I've got an itch to work on an antenna, so I may even crawl up on the roof after the net high.
Yeah, well, yesterday, when we ran the net, we were comparing temperature to a week prior. A week prior, the wind chill was -8 degrees Fahrenheit, and we had some sleet and ice on, and then about 6.5 inches on top of that. But yesterday, it got up to 80 degrees here. So this Oklahoma weather has definitely got a mind of its own for sure.
That's definitely a temperature change for sure. I'll tell you, I'm done with the cold, snow, ice. I'm ready for it to just stay nice and be good because I like summertime and springtime. Camping season just around the corner.
Well, good deal. I hope it warms up for you there. And it's good to hear you on the net today, Dustin. I joined the SARA Club net last night and haven't got to talk to Nick in quite a while. I've heard him on the radio a time or two, but hopefully he is doing well with his recovery. But with that, I will say thank you for proxying in Miss Judy, Kilo India 5, Victor Echo. She says hi, and I will say blessings to you and blessings to everybody out there on the net. And Dustin, thank you for all you do for amateur radio. I appreciate you. So with that, I'll say 7-3 and turn it back over to you. This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor.
All right there, Greg. Well, it's always a pleasure to hear you, my friend. And you tell Miss Judy we said hello, too. I'm sure she's probably listening right there with you. So have a great day, my friend. Thank you for coming in. And sorry we missed your hour. I think it was yesterday there. We were pretty busy, though. So we're going to say 73. That brings me once again to the bottom of the list. This is KDED-PC with the Boredom Breaker Net. We're looking for check-ins. Please call now.
Whiskey 3 Echo Tango Bravo Mobile.
All right, I'll take them one at a time there. I got Eddie W3ETB. There was somebody trying to check in before him, but there was too much packet loss for me to tell who it was. But Eddie, you're in the mobile. Go ahead. Take it away.
Hi, Dustin. I'm sitting in the parking lot at the grocery store right at the moment. I figured, well, all right, let me see if I can get in on your hour. So, and I'm here riding around, and I guess I'm going to have to make you feel bad because we got 59 degrees. That's what the car is showing. So it's going to be a nice day when I get out and grab my bags and go into the store. So you can get a couple of things that they have on sale. They just had it on yesterday, and today was the last day. 2-day sale, so I said, well, better get it, while I can. So, and hopefully the rest of the week I won't be doing much, other than just kind of, hopefully I'll be able to get out if it's going to be nice. But I think today is the best day. I think Thursday they're calling for 38, and then Friday they're calling for, I think, maybe 42. So it's, we'll take it though, and as long as it's not freezing. So, anyway. Turn it back to you there, Dustin, W3ETB, back to that.
All right there, Eddie. Well, it's good to hear you out there, my friend, as always. And we're going to say 73 to you for now. Have a great afternoon, and we'll catch you out down the log real soon. Eddie was the bottom of the list as it stands. This is KDED-PC with the Boredom Breaker Net. I'm looking for more check-ins. Please call now.
Whiskey 4, Tango Tango. Kilo, Foxtrot 8, Charlie X-Ray Hotel, Strasburg, Ohio.
All right. Boy, I really dropped the ball there. I'm going to need both of those call signs. The first one I'm missing a letter to, I'm almost sure. I got W4 Tango question mark. I think there was something else after that. So that first station, the W4, would you come back, please, with your call again?
W8WKY.
Whiskey 4, Tango Oscar, Joe in Wake Forest, North Carolina.
All right, very good there, Joe. I got you. And, I think that other one was Ben with a new call with Strasburg. Come back with your call.
This is Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie X-Ray Hotel from Strasburg, Ohio, KF8CXH.
Oh, right on. That's John there. That isn't who I thought it was. KF8CXH. I got you that time. Sorry, it went in one ear and right out the other the first time. All right, let's start here with Joe at the top. W4TTO. How you doing?
Yeah, W4TTO. Wake Forest, North Carolina. First, make sure my old Linko is still working. And hate to tell you this, but it's 70 degrees here as well. Beautiful sunny day. I just wanted to drop by and say hello. This is the first time I'm checking in. Just making sure the old 220 radio still works. Everybody have a fine day. W4GTO, back to net control.
All right there, Joe. Well, welcome to the net. We're here every day at noon Central Time, and we run a couple of hours, and we switch net controls at the top of the hour and welcome you back. So, Joe, you're sounding really good, and I got to say, the longer you talk, the better your radio sounded. So, there you go. We're going to say 73 to you. That's going to bring me on down here now to KF8CXH John and N8FTJ. I got your in and out from the blue screen there. So, KF8CXH John, how you doing? Take it away.
Yeah, I'm just checking in to the net briefly. I'm sitting here at work trying to stay dry, I guess. At least it's not so cold over here. So I'm just breezing on by. So I will turn it back to the net to 73. KF8CXH.
All right there, John. Well, welcome, and we'll say 73. Stay dry there, and we'll catch you on down the log. All right, Jim was the bottom of the list at 8FTJ and announced, so we're waving a hand at the Corn Crib studio there. And this is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. Looking for more check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo, India 5, Oscar Zulu Zulu, KI5, OZZ, the Oz, Pegs, Oklahoma.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Victor Juliet Mike, mobile, just wanted to check in and out.
All right, let me tell you who I picked up there. I have KI5OZZ Miss Nancy, and then I have KQ4VJM. Looks like Brandon in and out there in the mobile. So we'll say 73 to you, and let's go talk to the Oz. Miss Nancy, KI5OZZ, good afternoon. How are you, and what say you?
KD8EPC and the rest of the Boredom Breaker netizens, good afternoon from KI5OZZ out here in beautiful Pegs, Oklahoma, where, yes, it is 70 degrees. The sun is shining. We got a few clouds passing here and there. The birds are singing and tweeting and carrying on, and I even have a daffodil blooming. So, yep, quite a change from winter wreaking havoc on us last week, but I don't think winter's quite done with us still. It is February after all, hi. So with that, I'll pass it back to you. Good to hear everyone out there, 73 to y'all, and I'll be hanging around till the top of the hour. KI5OZZ, back to net.
All right there, Miss Nancy. Well, wonderful to hear you, and boy, package up some of that 70-degree weather and send it our way. I'm ready for it. We got 40 degrees and rainy here, so 73 to you. We'll look for you again here at the top of the hour. Let's see, Miss Nancy was the bottom of the list as it stands, so I'm looking for more check-ins. This is KD8EPC. Please call now.
KF8AXO, I'll be in and out.
All right, we picked up KF8AXO. Dave was in and out there. Good to hear you, Dave. Have a great day, and thanks for swinging by there. Boy, this is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. I got plenty of time and empty lines to fill, so don't be shy. Station's waiting to check in. Please call now.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Alpha.
Well, I'll take them one at a time because that's a really good one. WD8LLA. Neil, good afternoon. How are you, my friend?
Boy, I'm Johnny on the spot today, ain't I? I'm doing pretty good today compared to normal. This weather temperature helps me when it gets up this barometer. Anyhow, I just walked in the room and heard you, so I grabbed the mic. I hope everything's gone good for you, Dustin. I heard you got a new vehicle a while back. I hope that's running good for you. I'm running a couple older ones. I keep putting money in them, but man, there ain't no way. My first Corvette cost $4,800 in '66. I'll never pay $30,000 for a car ever. Back to net control, WD8LLA from Metropolitan, Brewster, Ohio. Take her away, Dustin.
All right there, Neil. Well, wonderful to hear you. And I'll tell you, I don't think I could buy a brand new car myself. The one I got is an older one. It's a 2006 Pontiac, and it's running pretty good. You know, it's got its little issues around the edges here and there, but nothing that keeps it from being drivable. It is going to need some tires and just a little bit of front end work eventually. So, Neil, it's great to hear you, my friend. We'll say 73 to you for now. And as always, thanks for stopping by and take good care of Metropolitan Brewster there. All right, Neil, was the bottom of the list as it stands. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
November 3, Mike Delta Charlie, M3 MDC, Michael in Winston-Salem.
And Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango, W7STT, Cal down here in Garland County, Arkansas.
All right, I picked up 2 that round. I have N3 MDC Michael, and I have W7STT Cal. Let's start up there at the top with Michael. N3 MDC, how you doing today?
I'm hanging in there, Dustin. We finally got some warmer weather because we've had some cold weather the last few days, but finally got some warm weather. Got to walk Luke on a long walk today for an hour. I don't usually do that because of the cold, but it's in the 60s today, so got to walk him today, and today my mom's got to call Dr. Bodek, that's my heart doctor, see when he wants her to come in. And I just made my mom a big breakfast with some eggs, grits and an egg with bacon and toast, and a pot of coffee. Now I'm just waiting for her to get up so she can eat it, and then we'll figure out what to have for dinner later on. But have a good day, Dustin, and we'll talk next time. N3 MDC, back to you.
W8WKY.
All right there, Michael. We're glad you got to enjoy the weather there. We'll say 73 to you for now, and have yourself a great afternoon, my friend. That's going to bring me on over here to Arkansas. We're going to talk to Cal now. W7STT. What do you know?
KD8 at W7STT to make it legal. Well, I don't know a whole lot except it's a sunny day, beautiful sunshine, and the temperature is up to 71 degrees. And other than that, I heard somebody say they were looking for the nap. Well, I already had one of them this morning, so I don't need another one, I hope, right off. And as far as the price of cars, yeah, I remember when you could get a new one for $2,500. So, of course, you had to work a lot longer for that $2,500 than you do now. But then it's, I guess, as they say, it's all relative. Other than that, Dustin, maybe I've yacked long enough. Somebody else woke up and get on here and make something a little more intelligent. I sure appreciate you holding the net and letting us scallywags and reprobates in. Otherwise, I'd never get on the air. And, old Tennessee Ernie Ford used to say, may the good Lord take a liking to you. KD8EPC and the net, W7STT, 7 take off.
All right there, Cal. Well, thanks for stopping by. As always, it's so good to hear from you, my friend, every week there. We really appreciate you. So we're going to say 73 to Cal. He was at the bottom of my list as it stands. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. We're looking for check-ins. Please call now.
Contact
KJ5, JDK.
Kilo, Echo, 8, Yankee, Uniform, Kilo. This is Lucy in Akron, mobile with Betty in the back.
Kilo, Echo 8, Tango Lima Bravo, KE8. I'll be in and out, 73, and hi Betty, hope you're doing good back there. Have a great day.
Kilo, Juliet 4, Mike Foxtrot, November, KJ4, MFN, Coesville, Virginia, in and out.
All right, let me hold it up right there. I heard contact. I think that was Neil. I'll be right back to you. I picked up KJ5JDK, Mitchell, it looks like. K8YUK, Miss Lucy with Betty in the back. Hi, Betty. K8TLB, Randy was in and out. And KJ4MFN, Mike was in and out. Let me go up here and catch contact real quick. I think that was Neil. Go ahead there, contact.
KD8PEC, WD8LLA. I wondered where K7SPC Kyle's located. My brother lives in Cabot, Arkansas. I wondered if he's close.
Big up here, W7STT. Can you answer Neil's question there?
Yeah, I got his question. No, I'm cross country, about 45 miles southwest of Little Rock, and Cabot is about 20 miles, or maybe 25, north of Little Rock. If that'll give you a little better idea. And no, I don't happen to know your brother. I believe it was a brother. I think so. But other than that, yeah, we're quite a little ways from Cabot. But I have a granddaughter that lives there, and I still have yet to go up to visit her. She hadn't been there very long. So maybe I'll run into your friend up there. Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother's name's Randy Brown. He's lived down there 40 years. He took Regalware down there to Arkansas, and they sold out and left them stranded. But they've been there like 40 years, so they're well settled. 73, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Oh my God. WD8LLA back to WD8EPC. Dustin, thanks a lot.
All right there, Neil. We'll say 73 to you, and Cal, thanks for coming back there, W7STT. And Neil, I wish I was WD8EPC, but I'm KD8EPC, but close enough. So we'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you on down the log. And that's going to bring me now to KJ5 and JDK. Mitchell, how you doing? One more time there, KJ5, JDK, out there?
Yes, sir. This is Mitch Alexander in Owasso, Oklahoma. Just brand new to ham. Less than a week into it. Just wanted to check into a net here.
All right, very good there. Well, yeah, it looks like it might be your first time. I don't have you in my log yet. I'm going to change your preferred name. You go by Mitch, you said? All right, nothing else heard there. Mitch will say 73 to you, and we'll catch you on down the log. Let's go over here to Miss Lucy, K8YUK, with Betty in the back. Hi, Betty. How you doing?
KD8EPC, K8YUK with Miss Betty in the back. Hey, yo. She's very excited to hear everybody who said hi to her. She says, hey, yo, back. We're on our way back from Grandma Cece's, right? Grandma Cece's. I'm never sure how much this mic picks up from her chatter in the back. And we didn't see Paps at work. But my grandparents they came to visit my mom and the kids, B and Ben, And so we went over to say hi, and it was a very nice way to spend the morning. And now we're coming back amidst all this clouds and threatening rain. And I'm excited to be indoors and get stuff done while she takes a nap. Fingers crossed that she actually stays asleep. That's pretty much it for our day. Yeah, cross her fingers, exactly. She picks up probably every other word we say now, which is very entertaining. Usually. Sometimes she really butchers a word, and it's either really funny or really dangerous. But, yeah. That's it for us. Betty, can you say God bless? Yeah, bless. Hurts, but I don't know what it is. She might be telling you about how she stubbed her toe. Anyway, hope everybody has a good night. We'll catch you all at the Beacon Net tonight. And it'll be the Lucy and Josh show. So Josh should have pre-show. I'll have a big show, and it should be a good time. We'll catch you later. We'll catch you down the log. KE8YUK, back to KD8 EPC.
All right, Miss Lucy, we'll mobile safely out there, and once again, we'll say hi to Miss Betty in the back there. And I've got to tell you real quick, Lucy, when you did your call sign phonetically, when you got to the second letter there, the girl in the other room there started hollering at me saying she didn't know how to help me. So there you go. But we'll say 73 to you. Looking forward to the Josh and Lucy show tonight, and I think I'll just put my feet up and listen. So we're going to say 73 to you. That brings me to the bottom of the list as it stands. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. Please call now.
This is Kilo Charlie 8, Mike Romeo Charlie. The name is Bob. I live in Oakwood Village, Ohio, and I'm going to be in and out for the net.
Bob in Virginia.
All right, I picked up several that time. I had KC and MRC Bob was in and out there. I have N4ICT also Bob, and then I have K5AVF Alex. Let's start here with Bob. N4ICT, good afternoon.
W8WKY.
Well, good afternoon, Justin, and the rest of the net. It's a nice day here in Virginia, nice and sunny. The wife is out with the dogs. I should have gone with her today. She's taking them to the park to watch the kids play, and the dogs will run around. So, very nice day here in Virginia. For that, it's about time for me to go scrounge in the kitchen, so that's what I'm going to do. Finish listening to the net. Everyone have a good day. Back to net control, N4ICT.
All right there, Bob. We'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you on down the log. Now, this next one, I don't know if I may have misheard. It may have been the wrong call sign. I don't know if I heard Alex or if I heard Grant there, so I'm going to try Alex first. K5AVF, did I hear you out there? All right, nothing heard there. Let's try KD5AFS. Grant, are you out there? And if you are, what are you smoking?
KD8EPC, KD5AFS. Good afternoon, Dustin, and everybody else out there. Nothing on the smoker today. It's been a nice day for it, but everything's froze, so I'm down to luck there. Other than that, Dustin, I wasn't even sure if you heard me. I was kind of a foul up there, but I guess you did. But anyhow, all's well here. Got a nice day going on, 66 degrees and sunny. And we hit 80 yesterday. I couldn't believe that. It felt good. Other than that, Dustin, just wanted to check in and say hi, and Not a lot going on. Ran a few errands this morning, just fiddling with things around the house. So with that, I'll send it back to you. Thanks for picking me up, Dustin. KD5 AFS.
All right there, Grant, KD5 AFS. Well, thanks for coming in there, and you can give Nancy credit for picking you up there, because I thought I heard something totally different than what I did, because you guys doubled, but glad we got you in there, and boy, you enjoy that nice weather, and you guys can send some of that warm stuff our way here. I could really use it. So, Grant 73, my friend, have a great afternoon. We'll catch you on down the log. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. I got plenty of time and empty lines to fill, so stations waiting to check in. Please call now.
Well, how about let's try checking in again. This is Kilo India 5, Whiskey Delta Mike. KI5WDM, Donald in the Osage.
All right, I'll take them one at a time. KI5WDM, Donald, good afternoon. How are you?
Well, I'm just fine. How are you doing today? Actually, I'm just waking up from a nap. Wife got feeling poor real early in the morning, and we didn't get back to bed till about 7, so I'm just waking up from a nap. Walked outside, and it's gorgeous, and it was radio time, so here I am.
Well, I'll tell you what, a nap doesn't sound too bad, and neither does gorgeous weather. I wish it was a little warmer here, but it's only like 40 and kind of rainy here in northeast Ohio, unfortunately. But such is life. Warm weather will come sooner than later. At least I hope so. Anyway, do you have anything else for us today, Donald?
Well, I would like to take just a second. I've been a little lax in this part of my conversations with the host of the net. I would like to take a second and say how much we appreciate what y'all do. I know a lot of you have to bend schedules around and stuff to fill in, and we just know that we appreciate it. And I hope someday when my living situation is a little bit different, we can I can get in there and help out too sometimes. So thanks a lot, you and all the other hosts. This is KI5WDM. I'll be on the side. Have a great day, and God bless.
All right, Donald, well, we certainly appreciate the flowers there. And, we really enjoy running the net, and I take it as a privilege to have the first hour on Wednesdays. And I've enjoyed it for the few years I've been able to do it. And I plan to continue doing it until I can't anymore. So when you do a net, I hope that I can check in with you there and give you the support like y'all do for me all the time. So we'll say 73 to you. Have a great afternoon, and we'll catch you on down the log. Donald was the bottom of the list as it stands. This is KD8EPC. I'm looking for more check-ins. Please call now.
KE8, VOX, Kilo Echo 8, Victor Oscar X-Ray, Scott in Vermilion Township, Ohio.
We'll take them one at a time. KE8VOX, Scott over there on the shores of Lake Erie. What's the ice report like, and what's going on up there?
KE8VOX. Well, Dustin, the ice report up here is people keep falling through. They ain't smart enough to stay off of it. Ain't a whole lot going on up here. The ice is just blowing in and out and whatnot, but gotta be smart enough to learn to stay off of it, I guess. But that's about it. Besides having the flu for the last 10 days, everything's good over here.
geez, I'll tell you what, I didn't know you've had the flu the last 10 days, but that sounds absolutely terrible. I hope you're starting to recover now.
Today's the best I've felt in 10 days, so I hope it's over with too. I normally don't get sick. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been sick, and this flu this time really put a halt to things over here. Haven't done absolutely nothing besides sleep and sleep some more, but I'm hoping and praying that this is the end of it, and get it turned around and get rid of it here in another day or so. Each day I'm a little bit better, but it just really takes it out of you, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've heard that flu this year is just really, really brutal. I know a handful of people who have had it for just weeks and weeks. I know a guy now, he's been in the hospital nearly 3 weeks with it, so I hope you get to be feeling better there soon, Scott. It's a pleasure to hear you, and do you have anything else for the net today?
No, that's it. Thanks for doing the net. Thanks for getting me in. Anything's better than what's on TV, and I haven't even been able to play radio that much, but I'm glad I got in today. So that's all I got, Dustin. Thanks, and 73 KE8 VOX.
All right there, Scott. We'll feel better, my friend. We'll say 73 to you. Have a great afternoon there, and I'll look forward to catching you again down the log. Scott was the bottom of the list as it stands. I've still got about 8 minutes left and plenty of empty lines to fill, so stations waiting to check into the Boredom Breaker net, please call now. Boy, we don't like awkward pauses, but it looks like it might be one of those days. Once again, this is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker net. I'm looking for some check-ins here, but I guess in the meantime, I'll give you all a quick announcement. Don't forget tonight to go check out the Beacon net. It's every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater. You can also find it on Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. But if you can get to this repeater here, you can get there because we are linked up. All right, this is KD8EPC. I am looking for some more check-ins. Please call now.
W8WKY.
KL5VI, Kilo Lima 5, Victor India, Soldotna, Alaska.
All right, we got KL5VI, David over in Alaska, it looks like. How you doing?
Morning, afternoon, Dustin. Just nursing my first cup of coffee and just getting a slow start to getting my day started. No excuse for it. There's plenty of sun out, and it's 27 degrees right now, but I'm just having a lazy morning listening to the radio, and I don't know. I got to get outside and do some chores, but just enjoying listening to the radio this morning. Back to you there, Dustin.
I'll tell you what, David, it sounds like you're having a heck of a morning there, and I think you just sold me on a cup of coffee after the net. That sounds really darn good there. But we'll say 73. Thanks for stopping by there. Stay warm, and I hope all your chores get done there quickly. With that, David was the bottom of the list. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker net. I've got plenty of time and lines to fill, so stations waiting to check in. Please call now.
Here is. All the way from across the country, November 1, Juliet, Bravo, Charlie. Just happened to be passing by. Good afternoon.
Wait a minute. Let me get that right. Was that N1JBC, my good friend Jed? All right, maybe we were just passing through there, but if that was who I think that was, I'll say 73, and we got to catch up later. All right, this is KD8EPC. I'm looking for more check-ins. Please call now.
And yes, that was me. I happen to be LinkedIn, but figured I'd say hi there, buddy. N1JBC.
Nick in Ohio.
November Uniform 8 November, Ron in Chardon, Ohio.
All right, we picked up a couple more there. I'm going to go back up real quick and say N1GBC Jedi. Good to hear you, my friend. Interesting to hear you linked up here, but I run this net every first hour, every Wednesday. So come back and join us, and give me a ring later if you got some time. It'd be nice to catch up. We're going to go down here, though, and talk to my partner in crime. Hopefully he's healing up good there. KD8SLG, just Nick, and NU8N. Ron, you're on deck there. Take it away, Nick.
KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Good afternoon, Dustin, and all the Boredom Breaker netizens. It's a good thing you weren't counting on me today, dude. I slept right through the beginning of the show. I managed to get a couple hours of sleep this morning, and I did it. So there. Good to hear you on the radio, man. Catch up with you later on today on the Beacon Net. That's at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-in start a half hour before the net starts. Allstar node 48496, Echolink W8WKY-R. And if you get here, you can get there because we are linked up with the Boredom Breaker Hub. So hope to hear a bunch of you there tonight. Especially you, Dustin. KD8SLG, back to net control.
Well, Nick, it's wonderful to hear you, and I'll tell you what, it's Josh and Lucy's show tonight, so you may or may not hear me. I'll probably be in the background lurking and causing trouble in the blue screen, but who knows. Nick, great to hear you. You're sounding good, and I'd love to catch up with you this afternoon, too. So we'll say 73, and we're going to go over here to NU8N. Ron, how you doing?
Doing good, thank you. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Well, it's 43 degrees. We're happy that we're finally above freezing, and all the snow and ice is melting away. But it's cloudy and slightly drizzly, but we'll take that. All that liquid shovels itself high. Yep, just surfing the frequencies and heard you in there. Thought I'd add to your QSL count. So, anywho, everybody have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you all down the log. NU8N back to net.
All right there, Ron. Well, thanks for stopping by and joining us. We certainly appreciate it. You're number 38 on my list today, so thanks so much for stopping by there. We're going to say 73 to you, and that's going to bring me on down here to the bottom of the list. I've got time for one more check-in to squeak in there, so any stations waiting to check in, please call now. Boy, we don't like those awkward pauses there, so my time's about up. I think I'm just going to end it here, and I'm going to look for the Oz, KI5OZZ, Miss Nancy. Are you ready to take the helm there? It's the top of the hour.
KD8EPC, roger that. Thank you kindly, and I'll let you sign. KI5OZZ here.
All right. right, Miss Nancy, you should have the green now, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with me on the first hour. We couldn't do this net without all our wonderful check-ins there. Miss Nancy, thank you for taking the second hour, and thanks for everything you do. I hope you have a great net, get lots of check-ins, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log. With that, this is KD80PC. I'm clear and turning net control over to KI5OZZ73.
Fine business there, Dustin. It sounds like you had a great net so far, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for having me. Good afternoon. This is Kilo India 5, Oscar Zulu Zulu, KI5OZZ, the Oz out here in Peggs, Oklahoma, where it is a lovely 70 degrees in our springtime sunshine and a daffodil peeking up at me out from under the window here. Today we're going to talk about our favorite vacations. Favorite vacations is the subject of the net today. Let me give it a break. So everyone come on in with your calls phonetically and alphabetically, if you please. This is KI5OZZ for the net. I'm listening.
Echo November Uniform, KI5ENU. Go. Claremore.
Oh, the Oz, KC8FQV. Mark.
AD8MO, Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Delta Mike, KI5WDM, Donald in the Osage with a recheck.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Lima Alpha with a recheck.
Well, that is a fine start to the rest of the net this afternoon. I've got Gil, KD5ENU, Mark, KC8FQV, Andy, AB8MO, Donald out in the Osage, KI5WDM, and Neil, WD8LLA. Back to the top, let's talk to Gil. What was your favorite vacation? Welcome to the show this afternoon. KI5OZZ here for the net.
W8W. Okay. Howdy, everybody. And what is the question of the day?
Sorry about that. My note had to stick its nose in business here. We're talking about our favorite vacations.
Favorite vacation? Well, I was probably when I was working in Arizona and come back to Oklahoma on vacation, and went from my hometown, got out in the middle of the town, and tears rolling down my eyes and down my face. I said, what did they do to my town? So anyway, went back to Arizona, went to the place where I was employed, and said, give me my retirement in my green little hands. We're moving back to Oklahoma. And that was probably the most memorable vacation I had.
Well, roger that, and that is a heck of a change in climate. From having been in Oklahoma to go out to work in Arizona to the vast nothingness of the desert and the arid, dry heat, and yeah, most definitely different.
Well, I got to make a comment on that one. Everybody says dry heat. If you look at it for that, yes. But people are moving into the valley, and they're building houses, they're building complexes, they're building everything out there. And people from this area and other areas are wanting green grass. So the new housing areas has got many lakes in it. They're putting green grass in it. Water and green grass. So water and heat does what? Makes humidity. So I'll leave it at that. K5, ENU.
Well, you're not wrong about that. And having lived in Las Vegas for several years, the desert is most decidedly the desert. And it people watering lawns and whatnot does change the climate a little bit, but it is most definitely nothing like green country. I'll definitely say that. Good on, and thank you for today's suggestion. A few weeks ago when I threw the call out for suggestions, we'll clear with KD5ENU, and let's hop down and pick up Mark, KC8FQV. Welcome to the show. What was your favorite vacation? KI5OZZ here for the net.
Hey, Nancy, see if Andy was on break or not, KCFQV.
AB8MO, you're up next. Were you on break, and do you need to make it a short time?
I normally am on break the first hour mark, and the second hour I'm usually coming home, so I am mobile now, actually. I didn't say that purposefully because I wasn't in a position to transmit at first, but now I am. So I'll take it real quick. Thank you, Mark. This is AB8MO, and it clouded up here in Geauga County. The sun was out this morning, and now it's not. But that's the way it goes in winter. But I'm not complaining because it's 41 degrees, it looks like, so which is a whole heck of a lot warmer than it's been. Favorite vacation? I don't know. The only thing that comes to mind was childhood vacations to Cape Cod, Massachusetts. My grandparents had a house built up there, so we'd go up there every year, or just about every year as a kid. And it's changed a lot, even in my lifetime. A whole lot more people are up there now, a lot more crowds. But back in the 80s and 90s, it wasn't quite that way yet. So the house has been long sold, but my brother actually, a few years back, he went and actually knocked on the door of the new owners of the house, and he said, and he had a great talk with them. And they actually didn't change much in it. So they were really happy with the house they got. They kept it that way. Although with just the family using it, it didn't have much mileage on it. Even though it was 20 years old when my grandparents sold it, it maybe had a year's worth of use on it. So it was practically a new house. That's all I got here. I'll throw it back to you there, Nancy. Thank you, Mark. And this is AB8MO Mobile.
Well, Andy, you bring up an interesting spin to the question, and the fact remains, I'm going to have to agree with you. The vacations that we had when we were kids are vastly different from the vacations that we have as adults. So, yeah, the question remains, and thank you for that. That brings back memories for me to think back on childhood vacations. So thank you for that, Andy. We'll clear with AB8MO, but the question remains favorite vacation overall, whether it was childhood or in your adult years. Over to you, Mark, KC8FQV. Welcome.
All right, Nancy, KCFQV. Oh, yeah, I remember the Cape Cod ones, and Seven House of Gables. I was so young I can't remember, but I remember going there. And, well, I went down to Tennessee last year. Or no, 2 years ago, 23 I went down. And I went up to Washington, D.C. Well, it wasn't Washington, D.C. It was Maryland and the Virginia. I can't recall. I don't know which one I would want to say was my favorite. I mean, I remember us going up to the Niagara Falls, and we stood right on the line. We were half in Canada and half in the United States. So we used to go on vacation.
Well, Mark, we lost you. I don't know if your finger slipped off the PTT or your node got cut off or what in the wide world of sports is going on there, but see if you can pick it up again there, Mark. Well, that was kind of wild. I know there was some electronic difficulty with the Ohio connection yesterday. Maybe that has spilled over until this afternoon. Who knows? But Niagara Falls is one of my some days that I want to go to for sure. So thanks for sharing that with us, Mark. We'll clear with KC8FQV, and let's pick up Donald, KI5WDM. Favorite vacations, whether childhood or in your adulthood? Welcome to the show. KI5OZZ here for the net.
This is Kilo India 5 Whiskey Delta Mike. Good afternoon, Miss Nancy. My favorite vacations. Our family really wasn't one to take vacations, but when I was 9 years old, my dad and a friend of his buried a pair of tri-pacers from Dallas to Blythe, California, and Dad took me with him. I got to see the Grand Canyon from the air twice, once eastbound or westbound and once eastbound from whatever high 707, which was my first jet flight. So the fact that he took me with him meant a lot to me because me and my dad weren't really tight, but had a good time, saw a lot, spent some time with my dad. We got a little closer, and that made it absolutely my best vacation.
Well, sorry about the pause there. My node decided to butt its nose in again. But, yeah, the Grand Canyon. I know we went when I was really, really, really little into the Four Corners as well, but the best time that I remember seeing the Grand Canyon was from a flight at night, and it was about this time of year, and it had snowed over the Grand Canyon, and it was a full moon. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I bet that was really cool. Yeah, it's the only time I've ever seen the canyon. I've been up that way a couple times to go see the folks. Just never kept going up to the canyon or anything like that. But it's cool. I remember telling Dad, I remember learning a long time after the flight that we didn't have to go that way, and if we'd have went in pretty much in a straight line, I wouldn't have got to see the canyon. But we went way out of the way so I could see the canyon from the air. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, I remember having seen it from the air when it's not snowed over also, but that's the only time I remember seeing it. I don't remember seeing it when I was actually there. My family members can tell me that I was there, but I couldn't remember. I must have been like 4 years old or something like that at the time.
Yeah, but it stuck with you, didn't it? For sure, just like that one did with me. You're absolutely right. The vacations today hold no comparison whatsoever to the vacations taken by people several years back, generations back. I call it a better time to live, but that's just my opinion. Miss Nancy, I'm going to get off of here and let you have the net so you can talk to some other good folks. What I said earlier about the host, it includes you for sure. I enjoy talking to you every week. This is KI5WDM. I'll be on the side. God bless. 7-3.
Well, fine business indeed, Donald, and thank you for the kind words, but I'll have to shove them right back at you because if it wasn't for fine folks like yourself, we wouldn't have a net. So with that, we'll clear with KI5WDM and 73 at you. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Let's hook up Neil out in Ohio, WD8LLA. Favorite vacations is the subject matter today if you're willing to share. This is KI5OZZ for the net. Welcome.
E0 says, this is WD8LLA. Good afternoon, Miss Nancy. Hope everything's going good out there. We're having a little better weather here in the high. It's actually over 40. I have a brother that lives in Greenville, South Carolina that owns car dealerships. Well, he has his own commercial pilots, but he's got his own airport. He's got a runway and everything. My mother was almost 90, and he came to Smithville and picked my mother and my wife and I up and picked up his father-in-law, which was almost 90. My father had passed away, and so had his wife. And we spent a week down at Greenboro, South Carolina at his beautiful home. And we haven't seen each other for years and years. He's lived down there most of his life. Anyhow, we really had a good time, and we lost him and my mom shortly after that. So it was one of the most memorable and enjoyable trips of my life. And I've been all over the world, skin diving and skydiving and you name it. But I think that was my best. 73 to you, Nancy. I hope everything's great out there in Oklahoma. And thanks for running the net, you guys. It's a lot of... I'm so hard of hearing, it's hard for me to do. So, WD8LLA, I'll be back to net control.
Well, fine business, Neil, and yes, time with family is, with the family that you get along with and that you're close to and real with is very precious indeed. So I'm glad that you had that experience and are able to call it your favorite. So fine business there, Neil. You have a wonderful Wednesday and 73 at you. We'll clear with WD8LLA. And I want to pick up Greg, AI5HV, from the Blue Room check-in. And our favorite vacations is the subject matter today. Welcome to the show. KI5OZZ here for the net.
Good afternoon, Miss Nancy and everyone else on the Boredom Breaker net. This is Greg, Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor in Broken Arrow. Doing pretty good today. Nice, wonderful day outside, about 70 degrees. Yesterday it got up to 80 here at my house, so that's kind of a quite a difference in a week makes in the weather. The favorite vacation, I'd probably have to pick our trip to London 2008 as a family vacation. Judy was over there studying at Cambridge University. Lydia was studying over there at Cambridge University that summer. And I had a business trip that I went to see our office in the UK, and so I flew in there to London there, and then Judy and our younger two flew into London, and we spent a week there in London. Went to Stonehenge, the city of Bath, did the Harry Potter tour all around the area. Saw some great sights there, and is definitely a really enjoyable vacation.
Well, I tell you what, I bet there's so much history and neat things to see. I mean, all over the British Isles, but London as well. The landscape over there is just phenomenal from what I understand and the pictures that I've seen and videos and whatnot. But, yeah, actually being there, gosh, one of my some days to have fish and chips in London, for sure.
Yeah, we went to the botanical gardens there. It was the oldest botanical gardens in the world that they have identified, and went there. But we went to Kensington Palace, and I'm going to tell you a short part of this, but went to Kensington Palace on one of the many tours we went on, and we were in there, went in this one room, and they called it the Princess Room. And our oldest daughter, Lydia, the tour guide, had her wanted to test her there, so they put a book on her head, and they said, you walk heel to toe on this line on the floor without the book sliding off. And Lydia had never done that before, but she put the book on top of her head, and she walked heel to toe all the way down the line, perfect, didn't drop the book or anything. And the lady looked, well, wow, that's pretty amazing for your first time ever doing that. And then she looks over there above the fireplace on the wall, and there's a picture of this girl up there on the wall, and I swear it was Lydia's doppelganger. And apparently this was some royal princess from many years ago, apparently, but I swear it could have been her doppelganger. The hostess looked at Lydia, looked back at the picture, looked at Lydia, and then her jaw dropped open. Anyway, I thought it was kind of interesting anyway.
Well, that's the kind of experience that certainly makes it unforgettable. My goodness.
W8.
Yeah, I know Lydia. It was pretty amazing. The Harry Potter tour, of course, Lydia was a big Harry Potter fan, so she knew all the different sites. Judy actually beat her on naming one of the sites to the movies, and I thought that was pretty funny. But anyway, sorry, I'm kind of rambling here, and I know you're at the bottom of the list, but don't want to keep you too much longer. Nancy, I do want to say thank you for running the net this hour. Appreciate you. Hope you and yours have a wonderful rest of your week there, and try and enjoy this beautiful weather we're having. So with that, I'll say Judy says hi. Hope you have a wonderful and blessed rest of your week. This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor. Turning it back over to you. 7-3.
Oh, fine business there, Greg, and howdy back to Miss Judy there, and make sure and give Smokey and Gingerbread a pat on the head and a scritch on the ears for us. Thanks for sharing, Greg. Great to have you with us. We'll clear with AI5HV. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and that is the bottom of the list. So taking more check-ins for today's Boredom Breaker Net this afternoon. This is KI5OZZ, and we're sharing our favorite vacations. Please come with your call and phonetically and alphabetically. KI5OZZ here for the net. I'm listening.
Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango W7STT, and I'm in Garland County, Arkansas.
Kilo Delta 5 Alpha Foxtrot Sierra.
Please copy Kilo Echo 8 Uniform India Bravo KE8 UIB John in Ohio with a recheck.
Well, fine business indeed there. We picked up cows, Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango. I've got Grant, KD5 AFS, and John, KE8 UIB at the salt mine. So let's pick up Cal at the top of the list there. Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango, welcome. How's your Wednesday going? And share with us a vacation. This is KI5OZZ for the net.
KI5OZZ and net Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango. Well, Miss Queen of Oz, got to greet you right here. Hey, I have been so blessed to be able to do a little traveling, and I have loved every step of it. And as far as my favorite, it would be broken up into two. We've got to divide it a little bit and spread it out. I've been in Alaska a couple of times and Ireland a couple of times, both of which they just about had to hog tie me to get me back on a plane to get me home because I was wanting to hide out and stay away for a while. Boy, I just love it. And my late wife and I used to do a lot of traveling in the States, and we have covered all but, I think, three down here in the deciduous 48, they say. I think I've been all but three national parks, and I have missed a couple of the smaller ones up in Alaska. I better let this thing reset before it starts griping at me. And other than that, absolutely love traveling. So it was such a burden to have to haul suitcases, but it was worth the trip. So I enjoyed the heck out of it. And again, I'd like to say thanks for putting up with us scalawags and reprobates. And we'll pass along good old Tennessee Ernie Ford's sign-off with, and may the good Lord take a liking to you. KI5OZZ and a W7STT.
Oh, fine business there, Cal, and my goodness, all but three national parks. That is a mighty feat indeed, and goodness. Yeah, after having seen all of that, to come up with two favorites probably was a chore to narrow it down to two. But goodness, yeah, Ireland, the British Isles is one of my, someday deals, as with, some others. But thank you for sharing with us. Always great to have you, even though you're a scallywag or a reprobate, whatever time of day it may be for whichever it is. So without you, we wouldn't have a net. So we'll clear with W7STT. Have a wonderful Wednesday and 73 at you. Let's pick up Grant, KD5 AFS. Welcome, and share with us a favorite vacation. KI5OZZ here for the net. Welcome.
KI5OZZ and the net, KD5AFS. Good afternoon, Nancy, and everybody else out there. I've been sitting here thinking about that, and I do not remember us when we were kids taking any real big vacation trips. I think most of the time we were just going somewhere to visit relatives. I have to ask my brother and sister if they remember anything, because I don't. Other than that, I have been to the Dayton Ham Venture 4 times. That was pretty good. And I think my favorite is when I went up to northwest Pennsylvania and spent a few days at my buddy's cabin up in the Allegheny Mountains. And beautiful country up in there. Lots of wildlife everywhere. That was a great trip. Let's see, other than that, Nancy, not a lot going on here. I guess that coming in because my temperature's dropping. I went from about 67 to 64, but I don't think it's much of a cold front. It's not going to get very cold, so I think we're back 70 tomorrow. So anyhow, Nancy, thanks for picking me up, and with that, I'll send it back to you. KD5 AFS.
Well, fine business there, Grant, and thank you for the heads up on the weather. It'll be about an hour or so before it changes from where I am, according to where you are. But, yes, Pennsylvania has some mighty pretty country for absolute sure. And, I was really blessed to be able to see what I was able to see just from the truck, and walking around, in different areas around, the rest areas and such like that. Very, very beautiful vistas and mountains and such like that going on. Just absolutely gorgeous. Can't agree with you more there. Great having you, Grant. Thanks for checking in with us, and have a wonderful Wednesday and 73 at you. We'll clear with KD5 AFS. Let's pick up John at the salt mine, KE8UIB. Give us a favorite vacation. This is KI5OZZ for the net. Welcome.
KI5OZZ from KE8UIB. Good afternoon, Nancy, everybody out there on the net, and favorite vacations. As an adult, unfortunately, I really have not done a lot of vacation trips. I pretty much take my vacation time and me and the wife go fishing, or I relax and take it through the holidays. So with that, I'm going to flash back to my teenage years, and me and my brother in the early 90s, the church we had attended, the youth group and all of us, we had went down to the Smoky Mountains and spent a week down in Tennessee, and me and my brother both worked for the preacher that summer, so that was really our only week off that whole summer, and we spent a lot of time in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg down there. It was just a really great time, and you know, Tennessee up in the mountains, it's just something you just can't beat, that's for sure. It's one of those things that always sticks in your mind. With that, you guys, it's KUIB living the $5 dream a nickel at a time. I'm going to get back to work here and hand this back over to Nancy. 7-3, y'all. Thanks for running the net.
Fine business there, John, and yes, the Smoky Mountains are indeed beautiful. Where I went in the truck down 40 to North Carolina, that has been since washed out, the absolutely gorgeous vistas going up and down the mountain there, and that can be a very dangerous place to be in a truck as well, but absolutely gorgeous nonetheless. Thanks, John. Have a great rest of your day at the salt mine, and 73 at you. We'll clear with KE8UIB, and it's the bottom of the hour, and that was the bottom of the list. So taking more check-ins for today's Boredom Breaker Net. This is KI5OZZ, and I am listening for your call.
W8.
Lima Alpha 6, Uniform India Alpha, Anders from Norway.
To 8 Echo Papa Charlie, KD8 EPC, Dustin in Medina.
KI5 TAQ in the mobile taco truck.
W3YQX, Greenbelt.
Well, I got 4 stations there, I believe. I picked up Anders from Norway, LA6UIA, Dustin, KD8 EPC, Tim, KI5TAQ, mobile in the taco truck, and the YQX call. I missed your suffix. I got number 3, Yankee, Quebec, X-ray. If you could come with your prefix for me one more time.
Is this a net or is this a link system?
Well, kind of yes to both. We have a lot of links going on right now, but yes, this is a net. This is the N5XQK Daily Memorial Boredom Breaker net, and we have several affiliates that are linked in through Allstar and various repeaters throughout the country at the moment. Where are you coming in from?
From Pennsylvania. I think I'm on the wrong repeater. I'm not sure. But W3YQX, good afternoon to you.
Well, we picked you up, W3YQX, and you are more than welcome to hang out and comment on the net if you wish. But if you want to QRT to wherever you thought you were going, that's fine too. Good to have you in here. But let's go back up to the top of the list and pick up Anders, LA6UIA. Welcome to the net this afternoon. I hope everything is going well with you and your family. Give us a favorite vacation that you've had. This is KI5OZZ for the net.
Oh, hello, Nancy. Good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to all my friends on the net. This is Anders from Lillehammer, and Tula next to me on the couch. We're relaxing Now in the evening, it is slightly warmer now, slightly more daylight. So we're looking forward to spring is nearly coming. Tina had a trip to Copenhagen. There's a car ferry going back and forth, and you can then book your cabin both ways for the same boat, so you don't bring your luggage off. So you stay a few hours in Copenhagen, which is a very, very nice town. It's the Danish capital. And we enjoy meals and entertainment on the boat back and forth. It's more like a small cruise ship. So we enjoy that a lot. Our favorite vacation, well, that's probably going to be Venice in Italy. That's a very strange town. It's totally crowded by tourists, but it's a magic thing there that can't be destroyed by any number of tourists. It's a lovely place to go and very, very interesting, of course. A lot of very interesting scenery with all the channels, etc. So that's about everything. Everything is fine here. And I'll talk to you later, and I wish everyone there a wonderful afternoon and evening. So back to you, Nancy, from Lima Alpha 6, Uniform India Alpha.
Well, thanks so much, Anders. And yes, Venice is probably one of the prettiest places in Italy. You make sure to wave howdy to Miss Tula for us and have a wonderful rest of your evening. We'll clear with LA6UIA. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and 73 to you. And Dustin, I'm going to skip over to you and pick up Tim in the taco truck. My apologies, Tim. I don't get to talk to Anders very often, so I got a little excited. So KI5TAQ, take it for the moment and share with us your favorite vacation.
Good afternoon, Miss Nancy. Apologies accepted. Favorite vacation spots. That's one of them I have to agree with Anders is Venice, Italy. Been there with, I think on my wife's side, maybe some family up there. Been to Disney World a few times over down in Orlando, Florida, and also been on cruise ships coming out of Orlando, Florida, let alone other parts of Florida like Fort Lauderdale, going to various Caribbean vacation spots. So that's a few of my vacations that I would kind of consider my favorites. But anyway, I'm just looking at 65 degrees according to car's thermometers and a little bit of cloudy skies. So you take care. I'll stay safe, and I'll let you get down to the bottom of the list. This is KI5TAQ.
Fine business, Tim. You make sure and mobile safe on the way to the salt mine there, and say hey to Becca for us. And thanks for sharing with us. You have a good day at the salt mine and 73. We'll clear with KI5TAQ, and let's pick up Dustin, KD8EPC. Welcome, and share with us one of your favorite vacations. KI5OZZ here for the net.
OZZ and the Boredom Breaker Net. This is KD8EPC. Well, you know, Miss Nancy, I haven't been on a whole lot of vacations in my life. I've been on a handful, but I've got to say, and you already know, my favorite vacation of all time was my road trip down there for the week in Oklahoma. I got to spend with you and all the great people down there. Wouldn't trade it for the world, and hope to do it again there soon. That's really all I've got for you. I was in the middle of a squig of water when you called for me, so I'm going to get back to that. Have a great rest of your net, and thanks for picking me up. This is KD8EPC, back to net control.
Well, fine business, Dustin, and it was a pleasure to be able to meet the Squatch in person and hang out and do different things. And we'd love to do it again, and I would love to be able to come back out to Ohio and meet some other people again as well. Thanks for sharing with us, Dustin, and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. And 73 at you. We'll clear with KD8EPC. And if the Pennsylvania station is still with us and wants to participate, W3YQX. Good afternoon and welcome to the net. We're sharing our favorite vacations if you got one, and welcome to the net. This is KI5OZZ.
Thank you very much, W3YQS. I hope I'm not breaking no rules or regulations on the net, but so be it. My great vacations was twice out of out there staying at a high-class motel.
Roger that. And since this is the first time that you have graced us with your presence on the net, can I get what your handle is for the log?
My handle, I go by Butch. When you look me up, it'll be Bruce, but I don't answer to that.
Roger that. It's not coming up on the net logger, but that's just because I don't have the login privileges to NetLogger to make it do its thing with QRZ and all of that hullabaloo. But you are welcome to join us at any time. This net starts at noon Central Time, Tulsa time we like to call it, because we are close to Tulsa. It is put on by the Rogers County Wireless Association, originating at the 147 Mark 090 machine in Claremore, Oklahoma. On Wednesdays, we have our Hamley from Ohio pipe in their system of repeaters through Allstar, and several other repeaters link in through Allstar as well in Virginia, North Carolina, obviously Pennsylvania. I know there's other repeaters and individuals that pipe in directly to the RCWA's hub as well. So, like I said, noon Central Time is when we kick it off, and that's every day of the week for a couple hours.
All right. Thank you very much, and thank you for the opportunity to come back. And I will say God bless and 73 to all.
Fine business, Butch, and thanks for sharing with us, and welcome to the Boredom Breaker Net, and we hope to hear you again. We'll clear with W3YQX 73 at you, and have a wonderful Wednesday. That is the bottom of the list at the moment, ladies and gents. So taking more check-ins for today's Boredom Breaker Net. I'd like to thank the Rogers County Wireless Association for hosting the N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net on this machine and all of its affiliates and links for our net. This is KI5OZZ waiting for your call. I'm listening.
Whiskey 3 Echo Tango Bravo W38KB.
KC5JVT Kilo Charlie 5 Juliet Victor Tango Butch in Ardmore.
Kilo Echo 8 Tango Lima Bravo KE8 TLB Randy in Ohio. I'm in and out 73. God bless.
And another fine group of folks. I've got Eddie, W3ETB, Butch down in Ardmore, KC5JVT, and Randy with your in and out in the brake truck, KE8TLB. Thank you so much for that. You make sure and motor safe and have a good Wednesday. Let's pick up Eddie, W3ETB. Welcome to the show this afternoon. Share with us a favorite vacation. This is KI5OZZ for the net.
Hi there, Nancy. How are you doing today? I just got back from the grocery store a little while ago. I think I talked to Dustin while I was sitting in the parking lot there. And my favorite place, I guess, I like Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We went down there and we spent a week or so, rented a cabin, and, saw of course, the Smoky Mountains and Gatlinburg and Sevierville. We didn't actually go to Dollywood at that time because I don't think they had completely finished it at that time. They were still working on it. It's been quite a few years and always before in the past, and actually had stayed with the tent. It wasn't really a great experience sleeping in a tent, but did that before. And also to another trip, not necessarily a vacation because I was actually working, went out to Utah and spent a week out there. And actually we were putting in some computer systems and stuff, and there was a newspaper out there, and the owner of the newspaper had introduced us to his brother, who had a horse ranch, and we actually got a chance to go horseback riding into the mountains in Utah. So that was kind of a lot of fun. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you, W3ATV. Back to that.
Fine business, Eddie, and yes, the Great Smoky Mountains are a wild and wonderful place, mysterious and very beautiful place. Been through there many times driving the truck, but thanks for sharing with us. You make sure and have a great rest of your Wednesday, and 73 to you. We'll clear with W3ETB. Let's pick up Butch down in Ardmore, KC5JVT. We're sharing favorite vacations. Welcome to the net, and this is KI5OZZ. Come on in.
Roger. We appreciate it. Vacations. To tell the truth, about the first 40 years of my life, I'm going to say I didn't go but about 2 vacations. Each one a week long. I just worked. That's all I knew to do was work. But no, about 5 years ago, we went to Pocono Mountains, northeast Pennsylvania. And like you said earlier, boy, it's some beautiful country up there. We spent a week up there with her twin sister. I really enjoyed it. But we don't go much. We just stay home mostly. My biggest thing in the last few years is just going to Walmart and back. Anyway, that's all from beautiful day in Ardmore, Oklahoma. Oh, and I'm glad to hear another Butch on here a while ago. Makes me not feel so lonely. Anyway, this KC5JVT clear.
Fine business there, Butch, and yes, glad to have had Butch squared on the net today. We usually have Mark cubed or squared at least, but good to have Butch squared for sure. You make sure and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and 73 at you. We'll clear with KC5JVT, and thank Randy once again for his in and out. KE8TLB, thanks for that. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and that's the bottom of the list, ladies and gents. There's still quite a bit of time before the top of the hour. We're sharing favorite vacations on today's net. This is KI5OZZ, listening for your call. Come on in.
Kilo Alpha 8, Lima Yankee Juliet, KA8 LYJ, Bob in Barberton, Ohio.
WB0IQK, Mark, outside of Doylestown, Ohio.
KI5OZZ, this is Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Lima Golf, KD8SLG. Nick, down the farm in Ohio.
Fine business indeed. I picked up Bob, KA8LYJ, Mark, WB0IQK, blah, that is a tongue twister. Nick, KD8SLG, got you at the back of the bus. Let's pick up Bob, KA8LYJ. We're sharing favorite vacations. Welcome. This is KI5OZZ for the net.
KI5OZZ, KA8LYJ. Good afternoon, Nancy. Say, if you've got more than one Butch, does that make you Butcher? Anyway, favorite vacation, I think, was back in '89. I was stationed in New Orleans and took some leave and took a road trip up through Texas to Oklahoma City to visit some friends there, and then shot over home to Ohio, and got engaged here, and still married to her today. And so that's probably the best vacation I took. It's K8LYJ, turning it back to the net.
Oh, fine business indeed. Not many people can say they went on vacation and found their spouse. But glad you got a chance to come through green country and know how wonderful it is out here in my neck of the woods. So good on you there. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday there, Bob, and 73 at you. Thanks for sharing with us. We'll clear with KA8LYJ, and let's pick up Mark, WB0IQK. And do you have a favorite vacation you can share with us? KI5OZZ here. Welcome.
Welcome, WB0IQK. Anyway, favorite vacation. I don't know if you would call it vacation, but I was stationed up in the Dakotas for 4 years, a little bit over 4 years. Spent half of it up in Minot, North Dakota. Not a lot of good vacation places up there. But the last 4 years I was down in South Dakota, Rapid City, stationed at Ellsworth Air Force Base. But anyway, I used to always go up into the Black Hills, and the wife and I and the kids did some camping. And I got a chopper going overhead, so you might be hearing that. Anyway, we really enjoyed the Black Hills there. So I'm sure you probably hear the sun thumping over the chopper. It's a Army. I get enough life here. It's an Army chopper. Anyway, thanks for getting me in here, and we're gonna. Oh, I'm out walking. I go walking every day. Today I'm going to do 3 miles. It's about 40 degrees here, so good walking weather. Back to net, WB0IQK.
Roger that, Mark, and thank you for the third-party traffic of the thumper up in the sky there. And, anytime it's above freezing is really good weather for walking, as long as there's nothing frozen where you're putting your feet, for sure. Thanks for sharing with us. Have a great walk and rest of your Wednesday. 73 at you. We'll clear a WB0IQK. And let's pick up Nick at the back of the bus. KD8SLG. Welcome and share with us a favorite vacation. KI5OZZ here for the net.
KI5OZZ, this is KD8SLG. Good afternoon, Nancy, and all the Boredom Breaker netizens. Oh, we've talked about my vacations to Jamaica before, so we're going to skip that. But right out of school, my girlfriend and I used to go camp at Assateague Island, the national park, north side of Chincoteague, as I recall. It's about 30 miles south of Rehoboth Beach. And the national park, and there are wild ponies still run around on that island from a Spanish shipwreck back in the day. And camping on the beach is always a totally different experience than regular camping. Constant wind and all that. And mosquitoes. I'd like to remind everybody about the Beacon Net tonight, 10 o'clock. That's 9 o'clock Eastern, or 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Echolink WWKY-R, Allstar 48496. And if you can get there, you can get. If you can get here, you can get there. Wow. I'm tongue-tied today, Nancy. Anyway, it's Josh and Lucy's show tonight, and that's always a good time. I'll be there for that. Fine business, Nancy. KF5OZZ, this is KD8SLG, back to net control.
Oh, thank you for the kind words there, Nick, and make sure to say hey to Audrey for us. And thanks for sharing, and hopefully I'll pick you up on the Beacon Net later on this evening. We'll clear with KD8SLG. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and 73 at you. And let's pick up Our check-ins for today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. We got more than a few minutes before the top of the hour. This is KI5OZZ listing for your call. Come on in.
Here is November 0, Victor Uniform Bravo, Mobile, in northeast Nebraska, in Cyril BUB.
KD8 ICR checking in.
That last station, I want to say that was a Kilo Delta 8, India Juliet Romeo. Is that correct on the suffix there?
Yeah, you're off by one. KD8 ICR, India Charlie Romeo.
All right, got you on the line. I'm going to pick up my mobile station. N0VUB, I don't have you coming up on my net logger. Welcome to the show this afternoon. We're sharing our favorite vacations. If you care to share with us, that's fine. But if you would please share with us your handle for my log, that would be fantastic. Come on in.
Well, good afternoon.
75TLL.
Cyril BUB Mobile. Name here is Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. And traveling up here in northeast Nebraska. Yes, this is the first time I've been on this net. And just was kind of dialing around to see what repeaters were up and running today. We're out working. It's I travel a lot for my work. And as far as favorite vacation, my wife and I took a wonderful vacation 3 years ago down to Texas. We'd never been down there, and of course, one of the things that we wanted to do was to be able to wade in the surf of the Gulf. Well, I guess it's the Gulf of America now, but then it was the Gulf of Mexico. And we had a wonderful time. So this year, our vacation is going to be out west. We have never been to Yellowstone. So what a way to celebrate our 40th wedding anniversary, but to go out to Yellowstone. That's all I have. Thank you for letting me in. And Cyril BUB Mobile, Nebraska.
Well, fine business there, Mark. You make sure in mobile safe out there, but as long as you're listening, this net occurs every single day of the week at high noon Central or Tulsa time, and we change NCOs at the top of each hour, and it usually runs for a couple hours, and you are more than welcome to wander your way back in to say hello to the other NCOs. Great to have you, and yes, the Texas Gulf Coast. I don't think I've seen it, but I haven't been to it. I've been to the Gulf Coast in Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida, but not in Texas. Actually not in Louisiana either. Been across the big lake down there above New Orleans, but not quite down to the Gulf Coast. But anyway, great to have you with us. And hope you travel safely out there. And again, welcome back to wander back in for the net whenever you happen to be able to, and we're on the air. We're clear with N0VUB, and make sure and mobile safe out there. And let's pick up KD8 ICR. But before I do, there was another station that checked in. I'll pick you up after I pick up this next station. KD8 ICR, welcome to the net. Give us a handle and share with us a favorite vacation if you got one. KI5OZZ here for the net.
This is KD8 ICR. I would have to say my favorite vacation was when I went to on a plane by myself. I was 11 or 12 years old. Back to net.
Oh, my goodness. You know what? I traveled to Las Vegas as a youngster myself. My parents were divorced, and I lived in Washington State, and my mom lived in Las Vegas. So I got to fly down to McCarran 3 times a year and then back up to Spokane. But yeah, going into McCarran is always a heck of a ride, and boy, there was a lot of changes to that airport over the years. Well, thanks for participating in the net with us. You have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and 73 at you. And the other station that came in, I didn't quite catch the call letters when I picked up Mark. If you could come back with your call and any other check-ins, wait until I pick up his. Come on in, KI5OZ here, KI5OZZ here for the net.
This is Whiskey 5 Tango Oscar Lima, Tommy.
Roger that, Tommy. Whiskey 5 Tango Oscar Lima, welcome to the net. This is KI5OZZ. This is the N5XQK Boredom Breaker net. Welcome, and we're sharing our favorite vacations if you got one, and thanks for coming in. Back over to you.
I suppose I've been about everywhere, but I think that's my favorite place to hang out was in the Florida Keys. I like that better than most places I went. I was a truck driver, so I went everywhere, but that was probably the best place. I liked it better than any.
W8WK.
Well, roger that, and having been a truck driver myself, there's a lot of places you can see, but not a whole lot of places you can go with the truck. But the places that I've been, I'm glad that I was able to see them. Even the world's largest, what do they call that in New Jersey? I can't remember, but it's one of the turnpike deals that they have up there, and they have the football thing with it. Gosh, I can't remember exactly what it was, and it was named after one of the coaches, and I can't remember who he was either. Dadgummit.
I can't help you there. I hauled steel mostly out of Arkansas up into the north and northeast. I drove for Maverick and retired at Maverick, but I can't place the place you're looking for, but that's okay. I appreciate you getting me in and having such a good conversation. It's 74 degrees here in Toadsuck, Arkansas, downtown. I'll leave it with you on my phone. W5TOF.
Well, I've been by Toadsuck, Arkansas, and wondered how it got its name, and that's one of the things that is going to be subject matter for future is the local lore of any given place, and love to have you come back in for that. If this is your first time on the net, we do have the net at high noon Central Time every single day of the week, but I'm the only one that asks questions like this and try to poke into people's business, if you will. But thank you for stopping by, Tommy. Fabulous to have you. And you make sure and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. 73 at you, and we'll clear with W5TOL. It's just past the top of the hour, folks, so I'm going to go ahead. Last call for today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker net. We're sharing our favorite vacations. If you have one to share, if not, that's fine too. This is KI5OZZ listening for the net. Last call.
November 8, Juliet Echo Tango.
Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Lima X-Ray, Jimmy in Chardon, Ohio.
Kilo Foxtrot 0 Sierra Mike Delta. This is Roger in St. Louis, Missouri, USA.
business there. I got N8JOT. Don't quite have your name up just yet. I got Jimmy, KE8BLX, and Roger out of St. Louis, KF0SMD. Let's pick up N8JOT. Welcome to the net. We're sharing favorite vacations if you got one. This is KI5OZZ for the net. Welcome.
KI5OZZ in the group. This is N8JET, Juliet Echo Tango, Bill in Avon, Ohio. Well, I got a couple of them. We actually had two Grand Cayman many years ago, but hands down winner was the Hawaii trip for our 35th anniversary. Nothing's ever going to beat that. Thank you very much for getting me in here at the tail end, and I'll say 7-3 NAJET back to net.
Fine business there, Bill. You make sure and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and my apologies for butchering the call. Got you correctly in the log there, N8JET. Thanks for sharing your vacation, and yep, Hawaii is definitely on the bucket list for sure. 73 at you. We'll clear with N8JET and pick up Jimmy, KE8BLX. Welcome to the show this afternoon. Any favorite vacations? And welcome to the net. KI5OZZ here.
Kilo Echo 8, Bravo Lima X-Ray. Glad to be on the show today. Really only been on one family vacation. That was back when I was a teenager. Went to Myrtle Beach and town north of there. I'm not remember the name of it, but it was really nice on the Atlantic coast. I've since fallen more in love with the west coast of Florida. The Gulf of America is a beautiful place, but now that I'm older and have kids and they're busy, we have a nice camper, and our vacations are going anywhere we can and going and see local things and exploring right now just the state of Ohio, but hopefully we'll get to move on out and as I get older and start exploring other states and get a little bit further out. Other than that, I'm going to throw it back to net control and say 73s, and everybody have a great day.
Fine business there, Jimmy. You make sure and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Thank you for sharing with us. And 73 at you. We'll clear with KE8BLX, and let's pick up Roger, KF0SMD, our tail gunner for the afternoon. Welcome to the show. We're sharing favorite vacations if you got one for us. KI5OZZ here for the net.
Thank you. This is KS0SMD. Hello, Next Show, and everyone else on the net. I got a fun vacation. I went on in my early 20s. I was pretty scared back then. There's a gal I crossed paths with while I was living in Florida. And we became friends, and we both kind of went our separate ways, different states. She went back home to Eugene, Oregon. I came back to St. Louis. Well, when it came time for her to graduate, she had a birthday and graduation on the same day, so I went to go visit her. I took a Greyhound bus from St. Louis, Missouri to Eugene, Oregon. And, man, it was only like a $50 ticket. It was great. But we went through a bunch of states and really, really cool scenery on the way there, going through Wyoming and Utah. It was really fun. It was about 7 days on a Greyhound. But, yeah, that was probably my favorite. Back to you next control, KS0SMD. This is Roger.
Fine business there, Roger. And, yeah, my mom been on a few bus trips similar to that across the western United States, and said that had been some lovely country to go through and see from the window of the bus. So good on you, and thanks for sharing with us. You make sure and have a wonderful rest of the Wednesday, and 73 at you. We'll clear with KF0SMD, and I'm going to tie a ribbon on the net today, folks. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today, and thank you to the SARA Club in Ohio for hooking us up with all of our Ohio family, and to all of the other affiliates and individuals that have tuned in through Echolink and Allstar and other local repeaters. We thank you so much for your patronage. And thank you, of course, to the Rogers County Wireless Association, from which this net originates, at the 147 Mark 090 machine in Claremore, Oklahoma. Thank you so much for hosting this net and originating the net as well. And thanks to all our other NCOs. Everyone have a wonderful Wednesday, 73 to you. And remember, when tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. This is KI5OZZ 73.
KR5 is unequal 006 Golf Charlie Alpha from 320 South Africa. Copy over.
W8WKY.